Hello, I'm back. Believe it or not, we are all living in a society suffocated by a thick black smoke called darkness. The denser that smoke becomes, the more demons appear among us. Without the eye of God, you could never distinguish them from ordinary people, unless they are caught. And who knows, maybe the demons are already hiding among the people closest to you. Want me to protect you? Then hit like, share, and subscribe so I can write your name on the list. We will come when you need us. Done? Good. Now, let's begin with the first story. Do you like technology? I mean, game consoles or even gadgets like a VR headset. I think most of you would say yes. The demon in this story was a tiny Grim Reaper. Still young but obsessed with tech, especially that VR headset. But when his mother refused to buy it for him, rage took over. Instead of a gadget, he played a deadly prank. He bought her something else. Something dripping with blood and resentment. Its name? Death.
This 10-year-old ended his mother's life because she wouldn't buy him a VR headset. 10-year-old Noah Man Tate lived with his mother Kiana Man in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Noah really wanted a virtual reality headset, and when he asked his mother if he could get one, she told him no. Once Noah was told no, he became enraged and came up with a sinister plan. On the morning of November 21st of 2022, Noah allegedly retrieved a handgun from the house and hid it in his nightstand. He waited until Kiana was doing laundry, shot her in the face, and ended her life instantly. Instead of calling for help, Noah went online, used his mother's credit card, and ordered that VR headset. That same morning, he also attacked his 7-year-old cousin, adding to family fears about his violent behavior. Noah was interviewed by investigators, and he stated that it was an accident, that he was just twirling the gun trying to scare her. But later, he ended up admitting that he aimed directly at his mom. Relatives revealed that Noah had troubling behavior. He had rage issues, he would roam the house at night, he spoke of imaginary people, and he once tried to start a fire with a balloon with flammable liquid. A state psychologist found signs of mild anxiety and psychotic symptoms, but stated that he was competent for trial. Even though Noah was only 10 years old, Wisconsin law states that homicide cases just like this need to start in adult court. If he is convicted of first-degree intentional homicide, he could face up to 60 years in prison.
He wasn't just a fan of virtual reality. He was enslaved by it, obsessed, addicted. Even after taking his own mother's life, he still reached out for that VR headset, as if it was more precious than blood. Tell me, what kind of child is that? A 10-year-old who can already commit such cruelty. Imagine what kind of monster he'll become at 20. By then, it won't just be his home turning into a coffin. The entire city could be buried alive in one giant coffin. Do you believe this could happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because time has a way of showing us the darkest truths. Did the last story make your skin crawl? The first demon has already revealed itself. And trust me, there are many more waiting for us to rip off their masks and drag them into the light of punishment. Since over 1,000 years ago, even back to the age of dinosaurs, it seems one law has always ruled the darkness. Every act of pure evil begins with greed and envy. And even today, that law remains unbroken. The case you're about to hear proves it. This time, the killer wasn't a stranger, but someone closer. Family. Out of jealousy and rage over something as simple as an iPhone, she turned against her own younger cousin. Breathe deeply, because the story is about to begin in...
A 12-year-old girl unalive to her 8-year-old cousin after they got into a fight over an iPhone. I mean, this is heartbreaking. Now, this happened at night when they were supposed to be sleeping at their grandmother's house. They were sleeping in the same room in a bunk bed, and she used blankets, covers, and sheets to unalive her 8-year-old cousin. This little girl's name is Dearia. And this horrifying act was all caught on surveillance video inside of the home, where you can see her 12-year-old cousin take her life and then clean up afterwards and reposition her body to make it look like she was still sleeping so that she didn't get hot. And the next morning, when the grandma realized what had happened, she looked at surveillance video, and that's when she saw the 12-year-old using pillows, blankets, comforters, whatever she could find to effecate her 8-year-old cousin. And all of this happened over an iPhone. That 12-year-old girl was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, and is being held in a juvenile detention facility. But the DA is asking them to charge her as an adult. Rest in peace to this beautiful soul. And as always, I'll keep you guys updated.
She chose to act in the dark, seizing a pillow and using it to smother her younger cousin. The woman's screams were unimaginable. Her heart surely shattered into pieces when she watched the surveillance footage. That girl must face the harshest sentence for what she did. It's the only way to atone for the life she stole. Darkness and blood are to demons what breath is to life. Separate them, and they die. So the only way they survive is by taking someone else's life. The stories ahead will grow progressively more horrific and merciless. So hit like and share now, before things spiral completely out of control. Let me ask you something. Do you often have nightmares? Which one terrifies you the most? Comment below and lets me know. The next story I'm about to tell you is a nightmare made real. The victim dreamed of death, and that dream came true. Many of you here might secretly want your dreams to come to life, but I'll bet none of you wish for a fate like this. Who was the killer? How did the murder actually unfold? Don't rush to know. The ordeal is about to begin right now.
You should rot in prison! Do you know what will happen after you go to prison? She gave you life, but you took hers away!
14-year-old Carly Gregg shot her mother 3 times in the head while her mother was napping, then laughed in court saying,
I think my mom has already forgiven me. Why can't you just let me go?
Chuckled as she spoke, but her aunt was furious. The aunt pointed at her and angrily scolded her, but Gregg stood there smiling, showing no remorse. However, the judge's next words quickly wiped the smile off her face.
I agree with what that lady said. I hope you also die in prison. You know, if this were in Texas, you would die in the electric chair.
Surveillance footage showed that Gregg hid the weapon behind her back and entered her mother Ashley Smiley's bedroom while she was resting. Then came the sound of 3 gunshots, followed by Smiley's screams. After murdering her mother, Gregg calmly texted a friend to come over and see the body. She then used her mother's phone to text her stepfather, Honey, when are you coming home? Plan was to lure him home and murder him as well, but she failed. In court, Carly Gregg rejected a plea deal for 40 years in prison offered by Mississippi, claiming insanity as her defense and not guilty. That's why she kept laughing. The judge rejected her insanity defense and sentenced her to life in prison. She was just 14 years old. Do you think this sentence was fair?
Her mother could never have imagined that she had given birth to and raised a true demon. The truth only revealed itself to her at the very moment she died, slain by the very monster she had nurtured. The attack came as she lay down for an afternoon nap, in the most vulnerable state of relaxation, when the gift she received was nothing but death. Ruthless, horrific. Even if the sky itself were to collapse, I still would not find a trace of remorse within her. Her laughter in the courtroom was proof enough. It was the chilling smile of a demon straight from hell. A cruel, bone-chilling sound, carrying the stench of blood and decay with every breath. Time will move on, but the wounds carved into the hearts of the victim's family will never heal. And make no mistake, more families will fall prey to such monsters in the future. Are you certain your family won't be one of them? Like and share this video before the nightmare becomes reality. I bet your fridge is packed with cheese, right? It's one of the most beloved foods in the world. Even I can't resist it. and everyone knows that cheese comes from milk. But the chef in the story I'm about to tell you was no ordinary cook. She was a master of horror. Instead of milk, she turned human flesh into cheese. Yes, you heard that right. Human flesh. Warning, this next story reaches the highest level of terror. Protect your heart, because after hearing it, it might just leap out of your chest and run away in fear.
Yep, if you see this 16-year-old teen run fast as she is happily turning people and loved ones into Swiss cheese and leaving their remains there to rot. People were terrified after a daughter and mother named Tia Moya Moore were heard yelling by neighbors, with many saying the mother was screaming for her life, prior to 5 pew sounds being echoed throughout the neighborhood, to which the mother was found with all 5 holes, and cases like this are happening more and more, with even reports alleging the pew that was used to end the mother was never something that the mother owned or had in the house, but allegedly something the daughter had brought into the home and planned. Haunting videos show neighbors and the grandmother very confused, with videos online of the teen and the mother filming TikTok videos with each other prior, showing them both acting like best friends. Reports from neighbors talk about the daughter's possible struggles with mental health and even accusations of neglect by the mother, given she was one of 5 siblings, who will all now have to grow up without a sister and without a mother.
Oh my gosh. After this video, I think I'll give up eating cheese for at least a year. She murdered her own mother and several others, leaving their bodies to rot. Just the thought of it is enough to make you smell the stench in your imagination. According to the investigation, the tools she used for these gruesome acts weren't even available at home. That means she must have harbored deep hatred toward them, carefully planning it long in advance. But wait. Weren't the mother and daughter still posting videos online, smiling and acting like best friends? What really happened between them? Or were those videos nothing more than a staged performance? A fake love carefully crafted to fool us all? We don't know yet. But the truth will always reveal itself, piece by piece. So stay tuned. And if you're a fan of chilling true crime stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That's what keeps me motivated to bring you even more dark and twisted cases. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next nightmare. Bye.